Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Vishvadeep and I welcome you all on Unacademy Computer Science channel for unlimited learning. So today the topic of the discussion is how to become a GATE educator. So many students are here who are asking lots of question about this career option just because there is no any clarity, not much content available about this particular career option, that how we can choose this particular career option, why, and how can we reach to the top in this specific career option also. So I am here just to tell you about all these things so that you can think about this career option, of course, and you can understand that what you'll have to do, what you'll have to possess to reach to the top as an educator in GATE domain. Okay, before we start the session, let me just introduce myself quickly for those members who don't know about me. My name is Vishvadeep Gothi, working as a channel leader for this channel and as a plus educator on Unacademy platform. This is my profile, having a lot of experience of teaching, and I have chosen, yes, I have chosen by my first choice, for my first choice career as a GATE educator. Being a GATE educator, yes, I am proud of myself just because I am doing whatever I want to, and I am doing whatever gives me a good satisfaction, right? But everybody is not like that, for sure, definitely. So if you are willing to choose teaching as a career, of course, you will have to think about multiple things. So what actually those things are? The very first thing we are going to discuss about is what is the qualification needed to be a GATE educator. So the qualification you need is, of course, minimum BTech. If you are a BTech person, you can start teaching for GATE. But if you have written the GATE exam before, preference will be given to those who have qualified GATE exam. Yes, my dear friend. And preference will be given to those candidates who have done their MTech in a specific zone, in a specific course, in a specific domain. I will be talking about salaries also, my dear students, just because this is the major concern with all the aspirants who are thinking that, okay, if we'll go to the software job, IT job, corporate job, we'll be earning more, etc, etc, etc. If we will be stuck here in teaching, will not earn extra or a lot, etc. So we'll talk about the salary part also, but let me just talk about the basic requirements. So basic requirement is, let's say you want to teach for GATE in computer science, you must have a bachelor degree at least in computer science. If you are going to have in mechanical or civil or whatever, you can become an educator if you have had some kind of a bachelor degree which is engineering degree in that particular zone, stream or domain. Second question, there are so many students, actually there are so many educators who have initially gone with BSc, then MSc or MCA. That's fine, that is also fine in computer science, just because that BCA or MCA and then MCA of course teaches you all those courses which are involved in the computer science. So if you have some other degree also, like 4+2 or maybe 2+3 or 3+3, like that way. 3+3 means 3-year bachelor's, 3 years master's, or 3 years bachelor's, 2-year master, like that way. You can definitely have that minimum qualification. See, it's very simple. Why IIT people are getting more money and more preference in the software industry, in the product based industry, as compared to the tier 3 or tier 4 colleges? It's very simple, right? Just because the candidate is having extra aptitude and extra knowledge, extra understanding about the work, extra mile to go for. Yes, similarly it happens here in the GATE industry also. If you have qualified GATE exam with higher marks, and if you have done your MTech, you have gone for MTech in really prestigious college like IIT or IISc, you will be preferred more. Might possible you will start with a better salary than those people who are doing only BTech, plain BTech. First thing. Okay, so this is the qualification basically required. And apart from that, if you are having some before educator profiles, right, like if you are having minimum BTech, some GATE qualification scorecard, you are having, let's say, MTech also from any college, then sometimes it happens that you will directly not go for the teaching, just because every person is not having that inbuilt talent, I should say, or a skill to stand in front of so many students and speak and teach. Yes, that's a really rare talent. Everybody doesn't possess it. Of course, when you think, you can only think, you cannot speak. When you speak, you cannot think new thing or the further future things which you're gonna speak later. And that is definitely a really rare talent, of course. So if you are having that talent automatically inbuilt in you, fine. Otherwise, you'll have to develop it. And to develop it, you will take a little time. So before you will be selected, or if you don't want to take chances, right? You should first try to be other profiles. What kind of other profiles? You can become a doubt solving educator. In some companies, there are so many institutions where you can work as a doubt solving educator. Means you will be taking classes, but you will just solve the doubts of students. When you solve the doubts of students, you will slowly build that teaching skill, that explanation skill, right? Apart from that, one more profile is there, which is teaching assistant. So teaching assistant will have little more extra work to help the teachers to make their content, maybe in the digital format, okay, to make the questions about the test and quizzes, to solve some doubts for the educators. All these things will come under teaching assistant. So teaching assistant will do what? Of course, will do doubt solving. Then will help the teachers in content creation. And will help the students in and educators in question creation. I'm telling you, this is gonna be little challenging for you. You will feel, sir, question creation is very simple, but it is not. When you will sit and you will try to make a question out of the knowledge which you have, and you want to have a little different than the usual questions, you cannot create more than 3 questions in a single hour of sitting. I'm telling you, yes, more than 3 questions you cannot initially. And then slowly, you will understand. So you can take these 2 profiles initially under some educators who are already, well established in the industry, and you can learn how the industry works, how exactly teacher teaches, what kind of content they create, what kind of content they present, what kind of work style they are having. You will try to adopt those in your own. You will try slowly. One more qualification is needed, which is unsaid or untold kind of qualification, and that is a good communication skill. If you are a good speaker, you will automatically grow and grow higher quicker. Why? Just because, see, when you speak, you influence a young generation. Like right now, I'm standing in front of you, and if I do have, let's assume that I do have a good communication skill, I can motivate you with my words only. That yes, you can do better in your life. Yes, you can do this particular thing in your life, etc. And that particular thing definitely helps you to grow. As an educator, yes, educator should have a good communication skill so that the educator can actually influence a larger number of students, can connect a larger and mass number of students. That is so important. I'm not talking about having a good English. I'm talking about a good communication skills. In that good communication skills, of course, your language, preferred language should be there. I'm not saying only English. You can teach in Hindi also. Yes, major part of country students are understanding Hindi also, so there is no any issue in that case. Fine. If you are a good teacher and teaching in Hindi itself, there is no any issue. One thing. Second thing, when you speak, your words, your accent and your statements should be very clear. When you organize a particular paragraph with multiple lines, your lines always should be complete. Should not happen like you are starting a particular line, but you understood, no. Okay, you understand that line. No, you understand that line first. So you will have to go step by step. For being a good teacher, you will always have to start speaking one line complete, then next line complete, then next line complete. And of course, for that, you need a good practice. You cannot just wrote something and just, speak in front of the audience or in students. It is not case at all. In the GATE domain, in the teaching domain, it is not possible at all. You are not you're not going for the PPT presentation, of course, that you can just learn something and just speak it out. You'll have to explain. And when you explain, your heart will come out. Yes, I'm telling you, your heart will come out means your feelings will come out with your, expressions, your hand gestures and your words. So when you just, transform that particular knowledge into words, your words will be very clear, should be clear. Your statements should be very, very clear. Okay, now let's talk about experience. Of course, the experience gives you a particular, longevity. If you are a good experienced teacher, you will get more money, that is for sure, and it works everywhere. But if you had, some kind of tuition skills and experience, I should say, means you have taken tuitions of kids around your area, or maybe in your building, or maybe in your house somewhere, then it will help you. Just because when you are taking tuitions of kids or some younger, generation, you will always try to explain them. And when you are explaining something to them, those are even not having too grown up, brain. Of course, it takes extra efforts to explain them easy things. And that is where your teaching skill evolves. So if you have ever taught to the juniors, to the classmates for a very long time, okay, not just before 5 minutes of exam, no, it's like you are teaching for a very, very long time, maybe a month or maybe 15 days, 20 days, non-stop, like that way. So if you are taking tuitions, giving tuitions to the students and all, it helps you. Apart from that, if you had kind of, experience in college teaching, that also can help you. Just because you are anyway standing in front of so many students, or maybe in online mode also fine, but at least you are facing a lot of students and teaching to them. Somehow you are speaking something, right? So it helps you a lot. Next thing, GATE teaching versus college teaching. I'll start with my own story. When I wanted to teach, I started teaching initially as a tuition teacher at my home only. C language I started teaching in my engineering. Then after that, when I went to IISc, at that time I have taught some GATE classes also. And then I understood that, okay, teaching is in my, passion. It should be my first choice career. So let me just go with that. And then I have started teaching in a college. Yes, my dear friend, you understood it correctly. I started teaching in a college. Yes. So when I started teaching in a college, I didn't enjoy it, just because before that I had experience of teaching in GATE, and I understood that when we go for college teaching, all the students who are sitting in your classroom are not so serious of learning, about learning, much of the learning. Every time it doesn't happen. Second thing, the students are motivated, but not too many. So few students will be motivated to learn, few students will just sit and just listen you. Doesn't matter how good you are teaching, or doesn't matter how well you want them to learn. Fine. Second thing, I understood that I am not able to increase the level of teaching just because the college has a curriculum and I had to be confined in that particular curriculum. The level teaching, the kind of level teaching I wanted to have, just because I had taken a lot of knowledge during my IISc days, I just wanted to, transmit it. I just wanted to transfer it from me to them, but it was not being possible. So there are differences. If you want to have a relaxed teaching, If you want to have relaxed teaching, regular job, no headaches, go for college teaching. No problem at all. That's of course the first choice career of so many candidates here. But we do have this, of course, a little challenging. First thing. Second thing, it is having another thing, and that is a good level teaching. High level teaching, I should say. High level teaching. Plus, you will be having all students sincere. See, I don't know if those students are learning sincerely or not, and later on they are revising sincerely or not, practicing sincerely or not, but they will sit in the classroom very sincerely, of course, just because they are already motivated to do something better in their life. They are going for the GATE preparation. That's why. So those students are always very sincere. So when you will teach, you will always have to focus only on teaching, not on to those students who are making noises, etc., and your energy will be saved from that particular, management, that you'll have to keep all the students quiet. You'll have to organize your class in such a way that nobody speaks much or not disturbing anything in the classroom. So you can go with this. Other than that, extra work also you'll have to do apart from the teaching. So if you are interested, in the research, or if you are interested in the, in the lab work along with teaching, etc., if you are interested in that kind of mode, you can go here. College job. If you are going for really good college, NIT, IIT, like that way. As being a professor in NIT, IIT, or top colleges you are selecting, then there you will be having really, challenging job. It will be a really good job. But for that, you need to have PhD plus postdoctorate. Without that, you cannot get selected in the normal colleges. For normal colleges teaching, most of the colleges which are tier 3 colleges, most of the colleges will allow you to teach when you are an MTech graduate, will work. Some colleges will allow you, in fact, you are doing MTech and you are just passed out from BTech, like MTech non-regular, part-timer, and then you can teach. It is possible. Sometimes some colleges are allowing you after BTech also, but again, if you are only BTech, salary will be very less. If you are MTech also, of course, salary will be little higher. So it's all about that particular requirement of the college, that it is very simple. If you will go for higher level job, high paying job, you will have to prove that you are eligible for that. And for that, of course, you will have to have the experience in teaching, etc. Plus, you need to have some good degrees also extra. Fine. Now, how to become a top educator? So I will keep that particular thing also in the mind. So many students ask this question, okay, that what is a salary of a GATE educator? I will talk about that. इसके बारे में भी हम बात करेंगे exactly that how much a GATE educator can earn. Okay, now that is a different story. But first of all, if you are starting from zero, of course you are not having much of experience in teaching and GATE teaching especially, then how to become a top educator? I have seen so many people around me as being a GATE educator, starting from scratch to reaching to the top. Plus I have seen the people around me who have just started along with me but left behind somewhere just because of some reason, whatever. So how you can become a top educator? I hope you guys are able to follow me. Please like the session if you are enjoying and listening here, and keep talking. Whatever the doubts you'll be having, I will cover those doubts in the later part of the session. So how to become a top educator? First of all, some qualities are there. some people are having great teaching skills already inbuilt. So if you have great teaching skills already, it is good for you to reach to the top. You can automatically become a top educator. Why? Just because when you will go to teach somewhere, students will like your teaching. You will get a good feedback from the students, and when you get the good feedback from the students, you will always be preferred by the management that okay, this teacher is good just because the students are liking his or her teaching. The best thing, if you already have good teaching skills, automatically you will grow up. Like I do, get lot of feedbacks on this channel, on the comments, on personal messages, on the Unacademy dedication hats. Most of the students are saying that, sir, your teaching style is really good, we enjoy it a lot. And I am like, yes, I understand that how actually I am constantly improving myself so that I can give you a good experience in learning. How? Just exactly in that particular sense, that how I am explaining you the topics, what I should speak first, then next, and next. If a topic takes, let's say, 3 hours to be explained, I am not taking the toughest part and the toughest line or toughest concept first and I am starting with that. No, I am starting with 0 and then next. So these are the skills you already have or you'll have to develop. How? By your own attitude. How exactly you can develop those kind of skills? First thing, okay, so teaching skills, if you have good, of course you will reach to the top easily. Second thing, you must have a good communication skill, which I already told you. And the third thing, choice of courses to teach. Okay, I'll ask a simple question. If somebody will ask you that which course you want to teach, can you tell me which course you would like to teach at first place? Any course which you would like to teach at very first place. Can you please tell me at very first place which course you would like to teach? If somebody is asking you this question, I'm waiting for your answers. I'm waiting for your responses. It's okay. Whatever the course, one course, you just tell me one course. I am giving you opportunity next tomorrow onwards that you'll have to teach, or maybe 2 days after you'll have to teach. I'm giving you opportunity to teach on this channel, let's say, and I'm asking a question. Oh, it's not true. I'm just saying, let's say, example, C plus data structure, C programming. See what happens. If you want to go anywhere and grow somewhere, you will have to make your USP. What is USP? That is your speciality. What kind of speciality you have, which very less people are having? Your teaching skills, your communication skills, a good, teaching in the funny way, like I tried to do. Yes, making some jokes and, mixing some kind of real life examples in your teaching. So these are the teaching skills, the elements of good teaching skills, right? Apart from that, even if a person is having a great teaching skills, but the person is not having any kind of vacuum of that particular course which he or she teaches in the best manner, the person will not get the choice or will not get the opportunity to grow. To become a good educator, you will have to select such kind of course which is not having so many good educators of. I have chosen a course COA which nobody even likes to study at all. Teaching is the secondary part. Teaching तो बात दूर की बात की है. एक ऐसा कोर्स मैंने सिलेक्ट किया जिसको कोई पढ़ना भी पसंद नहीं करता है. And then see, it's not that okay, I was less skillful or whatever. It's not that I am great skilled. But I was having minimum skills required for a particular teaching, and I had that particular course in my bucket which is having very less number of educators, the good educators I'm talking about. And that's how I have grown up quickly. The course which I teach is very different, COA, Computer network, very different. You can see right now, you can see in this particular, number of students only, most of the students have written C language and data structure just because the easiest to teach, right? Right. You can see maximum computer science educators who are teaching in GATE domain can teach TOC course, maximum number of. Observe it. Why? Just because it is easily teachable course. The TOC, theory of computation, is easily teachable course. People can acquire the knowledge, understanding, and they can easily explain the things just because it is easy. I'm not saying that TOC educators are not good enough. They are great, amazing. If somebody is having a very different kind of skill and different kind of, explanation skill, that fellow will grow quickly anyway. But your choice of course also makes you grow quickly. And you can have, see, regular people will have this kind of, growth path, that first fresher, then this, then this, then this, then top educator. Some people can have some direct jumpings. Why? Just because of the choice of course they have and the kind of way they are teaching that particular course, right? So to become a top educator, these are the skills, but I'll tell you the roadmap exactly, that how exactly you can reach to the top. So if you don't have any kind of experience priorly about teaching, you will start as, I should say, I think you should do that. You should start as a teaching assistant or a part-timer. If you are having some kind of other job and you are having some kind of other work, let's say as being a student or being a GATE aspirant itself, you can start with that. So become a teaching assistant. You will understand how to create question, how a teacher is teaching, right? You can understand that how a particular mentor is mentoring the students about GATE preparation, how the teacher is organizing the content and delivering in the classroom. You will observe it. From there, you will learn it. Slowly, you will understand that how exactly you are organizing that particular content and etc. Then maybe a small batch or maybe a small course you may get to teach in some other manner, not in GATE, let's say, not up to higher level, of course, but in a certain lower level manner. How let's say if you are working in a offline class, then they can give you a batch where number of students are less or number of students are not so high level students. Those are not having too great knowledge. They are just here to learn about the course. They are just here to pass their course in the semester. Like for the semester, you can teach so that you can have or acquire that particular knowledge at first place. Okay. So first thing, it is there. All the companies are having teaching assistant job. All the companies, in fact, in Unacademy also, we have a teaching assistant job just now rolled out. I will give you the, detail in a specific session that we are requiring a doubt clearing educators, 1 or 2 who can, solve the doubts of the students in the live classes, and plus they can manage some students and their queries. We are looking for it. I will come up with certain, more specific requirements for that. So you can start with a teaching assistant so that you can understand the working environment of teaching. See, I had struggled a lot. In fact, I was having good teaching skills. I was having 3 years teaching experience in GATE only. Overall, 6 years of teaching experience since my second semester. But still, when I have moved permanently as a 100%, like as a full timer in a GATE domain, I have struggled for 1 year a lot. Just because the content creation, the content organization, content making was very different than teaching. Yes, and that particular thing required a lot of energy, a lot of time. From there, I have learned a lot. How to make a question, that I have learned. How to frame a question, that I have learned. How to make a question from the current topic, but little different, that I have learned. So these are small things I have learned from there. And that is why all the students who are on Unacademy Plus can understand in my quizzes that questions are from the domain which I am teaching. But the questions are little different, little tricky. How it is possible? Just because slowly I have learned those things. But the very primary step was that. Okay, if let's say you feel like, no, sir, we have a good knowledge of a course, complete content is there, and we want to teach directly. But before teaching, you will have to make your own notes, digital or in the paper. However, you should have your own notes. Make teaching notes. Now, see, I'm telling you, this and your learning notes are different. Definitely different. Whenever you go for learning, you go for every single content and you write those in some manner. Whenever you go for teaching, you can't refer your notes every time, that for every line or every concept. You need to have everything here in the mind. You are referring the notes only for the questions or the places where you want to know that what next I'll have to teach. Is there anything I'm missing? Like that way. You cannot refer your notes as a learning notes. So you need to prepare your teaching notes where you can write down the highlighted things. You can write down some specific questions which you want to solve in the classroom, etc. You can go with the PPT like notes which we used to bring here in the live classes when you are going for the online mode. Offline mode also, you can carry your mobile phone or maybe your iPad or something, tablet you are having. In that you can carry the digital notes. Plus, if you are not comfortable with digital notes, you can make the hard copy in the papers also. But you need to have, at least for one course or two course, you need to have your own notes, the content. You need to have content with some good questions, where to solve which question, this particular topic first, then next topic first. All these things you need to have the initial thing. When you have the notes, you start teaching. In small institutes. Why I'm asking this? Just because in big institutes, you'll be having students who are having a lot of knowledge already. They will ask such kind of questions to you that you will not be able to answer them. I'm telling you, this is my personal experience. Initially I had faced lots of such kind of questions for which I was also not having answers of. Then slowly I understood lots of things. I have explored lot of things, and then later on I have reached to that level that okay, at least 80% answers I can give you now. If I am having questions, 80% questions answer I can still give. Still, there is a room of development will always be there. Just because I don't know everything, everybody cannot know everything in this world, whatever existing. So you can start with the teaching, teaching in small institutions. What helps there? Okay, you will not get so many very high level students, so they will listen you more, just because whatever you are teaching, that is the very first time they are learning something. Okay, and there is no any comparison you will be having most of the time. So what happens? You will teach, they will learn, they will understand, they will have some kind of discussion. Fine, no problem at all. But still, if you will make mistakes, it's fine. In the teaching, it might possible. Of course, sometimes it happens. It happened with every GATE teacher. Initially, if you will make mistake, if you will teach little wrong, that will be fine. No problem at all. Slowly, you will understand that was wrong, that was right. Just because you will keep learning and keep updating your content and teaching. So when you will start teaching in small institutes, slowly you will evolve as a teacher. And then you can switch to small to medium to large institutions based on how you are growing, kind of confidence growing in you. And then you can reach to the top. How many years it may take? 4 years, 5 years, sometimes 6 years, sometimes 10 years also. Depends how good you are in teaching. See, there are so many educators who started ahead of me and still along with me. There are so many educators who started later than me but still ahead of me and along with me. There are so many educators who started with me and ahead of me or along with me. So it's all about how good you are. In software industry also it happens that if you are talented enough, you can reach to the top quickly. Very simple. Fine. Now, when you go for preparation of GATE, and if you are already GATE qualified, Your notes preparation will not take much time just because you have already taken classes. You have already prepared from somewhere. Plus, if you have gone for MTech in a really good college, the clarity of the learning, the clarity of the topic and the subjects will be even more. So your teaching will be reflecting that. When you speak, you will speak better. Why? Just because you have more knowledge. When the knowledge speaks, everybody listens. So why preference is given to those teachers who are already GATE qualified with good rank, or who are having the MTech degree, just because they have learned a lot, they have experienced a lot. Now let's come to the salary part, which is the most important part. You guys are waiting since long. So when you start, when you start as a teaching assistant, depends on the institution. As a teaching assistant part-time to full-timer, you can get a salary of, let's say, depends with whom you are working, with an institute or with a teacher or how. So you can have your salary from 5,000 to some 40,000 approximately. It can be higher also, depends if you are a good teaching assistant. So your salary can be in between that for a teaching assistant, doubt solver, educator, like that. This is the basic salary. Okay, I am talking about INR, Indian rupees. Okay, then when you go for teaching, you will have to teach as per the remuneration of per hour basis. It's not the salary. Most of the institutions are giving you a complete package that you'll be having job of, let's say, 6 lakh per annum or 8 lakhs per annum or 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, like that way. But 90%, more than 90% of the institutions will be working as a contract basis. So you will be having your per hour remuneration. So that per hour remuneration starts with 500 rupees per hour. That is for the very first educator who is just starting their GATE teaching. So 500 rupees per hour you will start with, starting remuneration. Now it depends what exactly remuneration. So let me talk about the offline classes. When you want to teach more in GATE, rather than stick to a particular one institute initially, most of the candidates, the teaching candidates, are looking for freelancing work. So they are making their own name slowly. They started teaching in an institute. Institutes are referring them to other institutions. Other teachers are referring them to other institutions. So institution will call you, sir, we have a requirement of this course in this particular location of the part of the country, and this is the remuneration. You'll have to finish this particular course in these many hours, 25 hours, 30 hours, 35 hours, depends. They will have a particular prefixed scenario that this course we want to have in this particular hours. So they will give you that particular offer. If you are free on those dates, you can tell them. They will book your tickets, maybe train, flight, whatever the level of the institute is. They will give you some accommodation, food, etc. Depends again. You can get a regular hotel also. You can get some guest house also, where they are arranging all the facilities, food, etc. Depends what kind of institution you are working with. And then you will teach over there. You will come back to your home with the money which you will earn. So let's say if initially you are starting with this 5,000 rupees per hour, and over the weekend or weekdays you are teaching, then you can teach up to 12 to 15 hours in a week, only on weekends. Okay, so let's say you are teaching 8 plus 7 hours on Saturday and Sunday, 15 hours, then 7,500 something, 7,500 you can earn in a weekend, and somehow you can multiply that by 4 in the 4 weekends. So it will be like 30,000 rupees as a freelancer, only weekend work. Monday to Friday you can select another job, or maybe with other institution you can work for the same manner. Then slowly when you become popular among all the institutions will increase your remuneration, of course will increase your facilities also. You will get better rooms, you will get better food, you will get more money, you might get the flight tickets also to travel. That is the freelancing job. Next thing comes as after starting remuneration, etc, etc, etc. How can it go far? How far it can go? It depends on you, that how good you are in the industry, what is your name in industry, and what exactly you are giving to the institution. If you are giving to the institution a particular identity, you have a really big name, you can reach to the top and you can earn this much also. Depends how good your name is, how big your name is. Depends on that, you can reach to up to this level. This is the maximum limit, okay? Based on the current scenario, this is the maximum limit per hour basis. So if you are, let's say, teaching for 100 hours a particular month, you can make some 10 lakh rupees per month. If you are a top educator, you can have more than that also. Depends your kind of work you are doing, kind of influence you are doing to the company, to the students, and multiple things are there in that. So when you see a lot of educators selecting this particular field, it's not initially because of the money. Just because initial money is not too great, of course, initial money, of course, but slowly if your skills are good, in any field you go, you can earn money. See, there is a painter sitting next to the street, and that painter will paint very beautiful picture, but that picture can be sold to just 200 rupees, 500 rupees, like that way. But there are painters who are painting in their own room and they are selling their paintings in crores and more, millions and billions. So it is like painting is painting, art is art, but depends what your thinking level is, how you are presenting your art, right? What is your audience? Based on that, your art can be given the actual respect in terms of money, in terms of respect and all other things. So teaching is also exactly an art. If you are a teacher, you can get money, of course, but if you are a great teacher, of course you can get money a lot. Depends. So this is all about how you can become an educator. But I again tell you, if you are interested in GATE, you will have to have a good qualification. I'll tell you, the medium size or large size institutions can pick you directly if your rank is really good. If you are going for MTech, or if you are already an MTech, you can get picked quickly, immediately from large institution also. If you feel like, no, I am having good teaching skills, plus I am having really good rank, plus MTech to follow from a really prestigious institution. Just because students are willing to listen to those fellas who have taken learning from the top professors of and top researchers of the country, and those are present in IISc, IITs, etc. That is why. Fine. So for that, what we can help? We can help you through Plus subscription, that if you guys are learning to the best, of course, there are multiple benefits. You will have your content created in a better manner, of course. It will help you further. Second thing, you will have your road easy to reach to the top institutions, IIT, IISc, etc. You will have your road easy to earn a lot of money. And that is the ultimate goal everybody is having. So you have the last day today, the last day of the offer for Plus and Iconic subscription. If you want to take 20% off, use this code VDeep10 and you will get 20% off directly. Whatever the career option you are choosing, you need to be very focused about it. You just say on all the classes that I will get 100 rank or abhi to lana hi hoga. कहने से काम नहीं चलेगा. मेहनत करते हो, yes, I understand that you work a lot, but that particular hard work will translate your hard work into your best rank? No. Until your direction is good, until you know that what I am doing is correct, until you understand that yes, this is correct. But how will you understand? Are you a gate topper having good gate rank? No. Then who you are to decide that whatever I am doing is correct or not? It may be a false alarm for you, but that particular alarm you will listen once you will write the GATE exam. If you made already a mistake that last time you attempted the GATE exam could not get really good rank, then please try to do better this time. If you haven't written the GATE exam last time and still you are trying to go for a good extra push, whatever the hard work you are doing, guys, you will have to translate that into a good rank. And for that, you need guidance. You need structured learning. You need more organized learning. Otherwise, what happens? I have seen people working 8 hours a day and getting 500 rank with free sources. If the same person would have studied 8 hours per day with guided courses, this particular rank definitely would have been lesser than 100% for sure. And that is where the actual difference is from normal study to guided study. Remember, multiple different plans are available. Whichever you want, you can take. Use this code. Remember, okay, Vdeep 10 last date today for 20% discount, and I don't think so this particular discount will come again. New batches also started. GATE 23 Laksh batch, Pragati batch for GATE 24, and these are the students who have taken last year the chance that no Unacademy will make our career, and yes, we together, educators, Unacademy platform, and these students made it possible. AIR 1 classroom student, 3, 4, 19, and so many other students who are going to go to IIT and IISc this year, all those who are plus students. You can get one-on-one mentorship program in the Iconic subscription. That is our premium subscription, but it gives you an opportunity to work with a coach, personal coach. The coach will give you guidance, preparation strategy, customized one, and the one-on-one mentorship will help you exactly how you will grow as a learning experience. You have option of ask a doubt feature also on Unacademy platform. Plus, you can get notes. All the students of Plus and Iconic subscription will get the notes, but all those students who will take Iconic subscription 1+ year, they will get physical notes, means printed notes. Yes. You can take only test series as a light subscription also. I hope now you will not ask the educators that sir kitna salary milta hai GATE teaching ka, etc. etc. I hope you will be having a good roadmap that how to become a GATE educator. If you enjoyed the session, please like it, share it with all of your friends, subscribe the channel, turn on the notification, and you will not miss any of my classes. See you in the next class. Till then, have a great day. Happy learning. Bye bye.